Hello Gemini and welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing your reading from now until from the 7th to the 15th of August. Of course, if you want a private reading, check the description box down below. I know it's been tough I'm guessing it's been tough for you guys because I've said it before, my best friend is a Gemini, and it's been a pretty tough period for him and me. I'm a Virgo, and we're both ruled by Mercury, so it's been tough, very tough for me actually recently, and it's also been very trying on our relationship, very trying on our relationship. Like we've argued so much recently. I've actually just stopped talking to them now. I'm not talking to them anymore. I've just kind of taken a break. It's just we're not clicking, we're not bonding. I'm noticing all the flaws, my Virgo. And and he's not taking accountability for anything, so it's just pissing me off. And I try to say something and he doesn't hear it, and then he comes back and he says, "Oh my God, you ask me for advice, and I'll give him my advice, and he'll go like a few days later and he'll come back and he'll tell me the same exact thing I told him, but from someone else's, mouth. Like someone else told him the same thing, and then now he takes it and he tells me." And I said, "Well, we spent 2 hours talking about the same topic, and I told you exactly what to do, and it's like I'm just not being heard. I don't understand what's going on with us, but that's not really something new. But this Mercury retrograde is highlighting it to me very strongly. Our unhealthy patterns, the relationship that we have. On one hand, I really just want to call it quits and be like, you know what? Maybe when we're younger, we met in high school and we've been great friends since then. Maybe it's time to call it quits. On the other hand, I'm just like, maybe we can see our way through this. I mean, yes, it's true, we've grown up and are gone completely different paths, and, I don't know. It's just tough. But I always say pay attention to what it's being highlighted to you. I know at your last reading, I said something like that, of that sort, and pay attention to what's being highlighted to you. So, again, if you want a private reading, check the description box down below. Everything is listed there, and I wish you guys the best through this Mercury retrograde. So let's get started. Gemini, 7th to the 15th. Lord, what do you want to tell me for Gemini? 7th to the 15th, 7th to the 15th, Gemini, 7th to the 15th. Reconciliation, which is funny because I actually saw that coming into your reading. New love, ooh. And release your ex, ooh. Which one is it gonna be? Past life relationship, again. Overall energy, and then under that, trust. So, Aquarius, I just did Aquarius. Aquarius had that same card, past life relationship. But it wasn't their overall energy, it was right here, their focal point. I call it a focal energy point. Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Good news coming through. Maybe from a Virgo. We have the Venus in Virgo there. The Five of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Under the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Swords, and then the King of Swords together, and then the Sun. Some of you, Leo there with the Sun. Let me get more on this Queen of Cups. I want to do more. Ush. The Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Cups. I was trying to get, and then we have Gemini here, and then under that we have the Three of Swords. We got the Lovers and the Three of Swords, and then the Moon. So interesting. Five of Cups, though, that bothers me a little bit. Well, actually, I think I know why it's there. Some of you, you're gonna have a decision to make between two people. You might have someone new in your environment that you're checking out, and you might have someone from the past, maybe a Virgo, with the Knight of Pentacles there. The answer is no. I feel like the answer with the person from the past is no, or at least it should be no. I'm a bit worried. Unless things have changed, and I mean drastically changed, the answer is no. Because I'm seeing that this reconciliation is not going to be moving forward either way. It's still going to be an energy of stagnancy. You're still going to feel exasperated. Is a person in love with you? Yes. Is love sufficient in making a relationship? No. I said it. Whoever wants to be mad can be mad about it. I said it. Love is not all that makes a relationship. Compromise is a big part of it. Compatibility is a big part of it. Working together, making decisions together, opening up, listening to each other, communication, a lot of different things. Love is love. Love is feelings. You have to stabilize or ground those feelings for them to have great value as pertaining to when you're dealing with another person. For yourself, okay. But when you're dealing with another person, how do they know you love them? By action. And that's funny enough why me and my best friend are fighting right now. Because I feel very unloved. And I feel very untaken care of. I drove 20 hours from Utah to Dallas. And I'm relocating. I relocated to Dallas. I drove 20 hours from Utah to Dallas. The apartment I got is shit. Like complete, absolute shit. And it's something I've been doing for years. I book, before I even go to the place, I will get my apartment. That way I move right in. So it's something that I've been doing for years. It's never been a problem. But this time, apparently, it had to be a problem. I went there. I mean, it was just a mess. It was horrible. Cockroaches everywhere, water damage on the floor. They pretty much tricked me because they didn't show me the details of what I was walking into. I saw the pictures when it was in a better state. And, the blinds are torn up. The bathroom is just a mess. I literally, after that, I had to go to my car and sit in my car. Like, I left the apartment. I couldn't stand to be there. And I went into my car and I sat in my car and I just stayed there. I couldn't sleep for 48 hours. I drove 20 hours, couldn't sleep after that. I was making phone calls. I have a friend here, my former roommate in LA, who has his own apartment now. So I came and I'm now staying with him for a little while until another apartment that I'd already been approved for becomes available. And that apartment was actually my first choice. But, don't make big decisions during Mercury retrograde. I decided to let go of that apartment and move into this other one. And boy, oh boy, because it was immediately available and I didn't want to stay with my friend that I'm here with in Dallas because I didn't want to inconvenience them. I don't want to, trample on their space. So I made that big decision. I made that sudden change. The other one wasn't available to the 15th, and my lease is up on the 2nd. So I was like, okay, let me just go to the one that's immediately available. But no. And now they're not giving me back my money. And, I started like from the 15th of July to now, I had about 3,000, now I have less than $500 to my name. I've spent all my money, car not working, laptop not working, everything falling apart. I'm saying all of this to say the reason my best friend and I were not together, or I'm not really communicating with them, through this whole thing, they've not been there for me. And I understand that they've had their own things that they're going through, and that's part of your problem, Gemini. And you Geminis, yes, I said it, because you're communicators, but you're external communicators, in the sense that you guys have this tendency. I feel like you're two sides of the coin. Because remember, your Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury. I feel like Virgo is more intimate communication, whereas Gemini is more extroverted communication. So a lot of times you get caught up in the grandeur of things that you miss the intimacy. And me being the intimate communicator that I am, I'm struggling with that with my best friend right now so much. And it's being highlighted. Both of our different perspectives are being highlighted so much. So if you're in a relationship and you're finding that to be an issue, yes, there's a reason I gave that whole story. If you're in a relationship and you find that to be an issue where it's like you guys are not vibing, try to see the other person's perspective. Maybe you need to broaden your perspective, maybe they need to broaden theirs, or maybe you need to kind of, I don't want to say smallen, that's not a word, but simplify your perspective where it's not the bigger picture but the intimate details, because the devil is in the details, and what hurts people's feelings could be in the details, or maybe they're needing to do that towards you as well. So, and I'm definitely not all right in this whole situation, so I'm not trying to accuse Geminis of being bad or anything. I think anybody that knows that I love Geminis. Yeah, I've talked about it several times on my channel. I am practically obsessed with Geminis. Everybody I've dated has been a Gemini. Well, not everybody, but almost everybody. So it's one of those weird situations. I can spot you guys from a mile away. One of my favorite readers, Amber Can, like, I don't even need to like watch her videos. I don't listen to anything she says. I just like looking at her. I'm very attracted to Geminis, and for some reason they're attracted to me as well. But yeah, I find that communication is a big issue with Geminis, and never taking accountability, if we're being honest. You guys, you're so good with that. You guys can lie your way out of a bag. You would twist a story 50 different ways just so you don't have to take accountability. That's not a good trait. That's one of the more dangerous traits of Gemini. And that is part of my karmic release in this lifetime, because I have a South Node in Gemini. So, I saw this to say, please, please, please focus on the communication during this period, during this Mercury retrograde. Listen to what people are saying. Pay attention to what they're saying to you, about you, whether you like to hear it or not. Listen to what they're saying. Even if you think you're greater than that, listen to what they're saying. Because when Mercury goes retrograde, that's when, because, Mercury can also be that energy of simplifying things, of pacifying things. But when it goes retrograde, you will hear hard truths. You will hear hard truths. You will hear things that you don't want to hear about yourself. You will hear people communicating, and they might not do it in the best way because Mercury is in retrograde, but that's good because it's raw and it's really coming from the depth of themselves and how they really perceive you and how you really show up to them in their life. So please pay attention to that, and while you're in your feelings, understand that there is something greater happening that is helping transition you or transform you into going from the lava to the butterfly, so to speak. Now, for those of you that want to have a reconciliation, which is what my best friend is going through right now, oh my goodness, I keep talking about him, I'm sorry, but it keeps coming up. That's a no-go. I really feel like that's a no-go. I don't see anything changing in the situation, I'm sorry to say. I don't see anything changing in the situation. You're still going to feel left on the cold. You're still going to feel alone. You're still going to feel like you're doing this alone. Let's see. Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Five of Swords. It's a lot of mind games here. I feel like there's someone from your past that might come back asking for a reunion, but I keep getting that they're going to leave you in confusion. And I feel like you're going to struggle a lot with making a decision whether or not to stay in that relationship or to leave it, or to reinvest in that relationship or not. I feel like a lot of you are going to be in this state because I'm getting that you're still in love with this person and they might still be in love with you. You're needing to take your time in making this decision. Don't be so fast, don't be so rash, because sometimes you guys don't think things through. So you have to be very careful as pertaining to how you're moving forward on this, or you overthink things. It's either one or the other. You either don't think things through and you rush into it, or you overthink it and you never do anything about it. So temper that energy, find a healthy medium is what I'm getting here. I'm getting a lot of confusion. Yeah, but I feel I'm still feeling like no. Like anybody from the past right now, no. I'm still getting Four of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Five of... It's like no. Yeah. Your decision should be to hold back. I really feel that your decision should be to hold back. The true nature of this Five of Swords. The true nature of this Five of Swords. Show me the true nature of this Five of Swords. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. Damn it. The Ace of Pentacles. For the true nature of the Five of Swords, that bothers me. So is it that you're just overthinking it and it could be grounded? Then why? Let me see. Let me ask again. What is the true nature of this Five of Swords? The true nature of this Five of Swords. And this Ace of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Knight of Wands and the Judgment. For some of you, you're going to overthink a reasonable offer. For others of you, the offer seems very reasonable, but you should not accept it because it's a lose-lose situation. I keep getting that sensation. I feel like there's a newness, there's a new something. I feel like either, and this is why I said earlier, either it's going to completely change, like the person has completely changed and you can sense that beyond how you feel, but you can actually see that in the way they act, the way they behave. And I'm not talking about, within 1 month. No, give it time. Take it slowly, give it time. And watch their patterns, watch the way they behave, watch the way they talk, and see if they follow up on their talk, because talk is cheap. So watch, and I know Geminis love talking, and I know they love that energy of talk and conversation, and they buy so much into words and the power of words, that mercurial energy. But don't fall so easily for the talk, because it might sound good, but there's something to worry about there. For others of you, it is a good thing, but I'm feeling like you are holding on to things from the past that is going to cause this stagnation. And so you're going to overthink it. It's going to work out differently for different people. But what I'm getting very strongly is that some of you also have some kind of wounding from your past that is causing you to overthink a situation, a new situation. A new love could be coming in, but there's something about the past that you're still holding on to. Some of you, a karmic release that you're still holding on to from your past, or some of you even going back to a past life that is blocking you from being able to access this person, to accept this person and accept their offer that they're making to you. Let me see advice. Let me see advice. One of my cards fell. Jeez. I hate when my cards fall. Give me a second, guys. Now, let's see. What can we get from this advice? The High Priestess, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. The Devil, the Fool. No, Gemini. I was right. You know in your heart, in your soul, your intuition is telling you this person is not coming back for anything deep. They're not coming back for anything deep. They're coming and they're going to go again. Some of you are dealing with a serial cheater, no. And you're going to put in the effort and the energy, but your intuition is telling you not to. They're going to come with their sweet words. You're going to fall and your legs are going to splash open. No, I'm worried. And I'm also feeling like there might be an opportunity. And I feel like there's another person in your environment actually right now, or is going to be coming in very soon, that might actually want something with you. But you're going to be putting your energy and your attention, your focus on this other person. And honestly, like I always say, if that's how you're feeling and if that's where you are, then don't lead the other person on. Give yourself time to heal. You guys don't give yourself enough time to heal. That's one thing also with Geminis that I don't like. Of all the things I love about you guys, that's one thing that irks me. Almost every Gemini I know. You guys are so focused on wanting to move forward. What's the next step? What's the next this? I have to look good. I have to make sure everybody looks at me in high regard. So worried about the external and everybody else's opinion that a lot of times you don't give yourself time to heal. You're trying to do, and you think you're playing someone or you think you're playing the masses, but you're playing yourself. if you've broken up with someone, give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to heal before going into something else. Don't jump into another situation, because you're going to bring along the baggage from that past situation, into the new love, because that's what some of you are going to be doing during this period. So others of you, that person will be coming back from the past, but there is a new potential here, but they're going to act as a blockage to you. So thread very carefully, Gemini. This is a trying period. This is a testing period. This is a testing ground right now. Thread very carefully. Please, 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 please. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you want a private reading, again, find me at, check the description box. All the steps are there, the prices, everything is listed down below. Thank you and have a blessed one. Bye-bye.